Good evening and welcome to the second episode of Come Closer. I'm very happy for all of you to come back and for the new faces. And I would like to ask you to open up the cameras so I can see you. Hey, Dominic, Lily, hello, nice to see you. Branislava, Sheila, coming back again. Thanks, Mattia. Okay, I'm very, very happy that we are back again. And today, actually, I have a tough job. Just a couple of minutes ago, Tadeja's husband reached out to me that Tadeja is feeling sick today after injury of ankle. So I was like thinking what to do. These people took time and they are with us, and I should just cancel and send them an email or what to do. So we decided that we will do the session anyway. So I will try to do it as much good as possible. And it's good because she prepared the text, the scenario, the things that she would anyway tell to you in a talk. So I'm just happy that we can do it without her present, but she will be somehow present with us with the spirit and good energy. So great to see some of you coming back and hi to the new people joining this episode. This session is, as you see, already recording, and I cannot delete it, but if we will make it public, we will just erase those parts where you are talking, so that it's gonna be personal. And let me just introduce what is the second episode about. As we announced, we all want to be worthy. We all want to be loved. We all want to be liked in a way. Good, perfect, winners. And these are the qualities that were, for most of us, more valuable than the rest of our conditions or feelings. That dynamic actually is driving us to aim to the perfect, to some kind of perfection that is separating us from our true selves, and in that extent from our humanity. And in this case, we distance ourselves from those parts of us that were not validated or seen or sometimes acknowledged. So here is the question: what if we can meet perfection and all these parts of ourselves differently? And what if we can come closer to all those parts and actually stay with them? And the purpose of this second episode is to discover what coming closer means in relationship to perfection, and how perfection is actually influencing our lives and work. There will be time for you to participate in experiential part, and today we should have here Tadeja to talk about the perfection, and I will introduce her anyway. So Tadeja Bradaš is a spiritual teacher, it's practitioner and the teacher of non-dual Kabbalistic healing by Jason Schulman, founder of this, and she's also the founder of the School of Ethic, the path to the true self. She believes that people who are willing to stop instead of always chasing the solution people who are not afraid to fall and to get up can change their lives for the better. And in that way that they can change the world for the better. And as I said, Tadeja is will be with us today with her thoughts, because she was preparing on this second episode really much, and she put a lot of energy into the text. So I will just read it to you, and we can later on discuss about perfection. Who am I? I'm business purpose and identity coach, also explorer of the human nature, author of Identity Circle, which is a method for building personal branding, and the founder of Time Hacking Workshops, which also deal with how to come into the moment and how to become you. And the first part, before we dive in, I would just like to open up a microphone and ask you, how are you in this very moment? How are you feeling now, and what are you thinking in this moment? And please introduce yourself and just give us some thoughts and feedback on, or sharing on, how are you?
Okay, I'll talk. I'm Denise Schildkraut. I'm in Rochester, New York.
Great.
And I'm very happy to be here. I still didn't understand. Today is not showing up, I guess.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Okay, and it's a beautiful fall day here. It's like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I see another friend is here too, Sheila. Hi, Sheila. And
Hi, Sheila.
so I'm feeling good, and especially, you know, the little things that you just said about perfection, how we deal with it and all that. I'm very curious what else you're going to tell us.
Yeah, thank you very much for this check-in, Denise, and I'm happy that that the group is growing, and that our voice and your voice are connecting through the ocean as well. Yeah, thank you very much. How are the rest of you feeling at the moment? Somebody says, okay. Yeah, Brina.
All is well.
Sorry, Mattia?
All is well here in Slovenia.
All is well here in Slovenia.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, sometimes life gives us that kind of, for example, I'm feeling at the moment quite adrenalistic a little bit, and I woke up actually because I was a little bit, you know, in a flow, in a focus, preparing, very calm, and then this information that today is not going to show up. It's not able to show up because of the sickness, made me a little bit confused. So I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit. I'm that kind of person as well, that everything must be perfect. But I just went in and I'm here, so I'm also a little bit nervous, a little bit expecting what will show up, new things. So yes, sometimes you cannot plan perfect things. Okay, Christian, Ivana, Aloisi, Lily, Brina.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, it's not Christian, it's Susanna.
Okay, Susanna, how are
Hi,
you?
yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm not on my computer, so I'm a little bit stressed. But I made it. I just got home, so I'm excited.
Perfect, perfect. And actually, this question right away, how do you feel? If you ask how do you feel, it's straight and in the moment takes us or brings us closer to ourselves. How the rest of you feel?
Yours, I don't know if you can hear me. This is Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila. Hi. I
Okay,
can hear.
so I'm gonna talk. I'm actually on a road trip. I'm driving from Pennsylvania down to North Carolina. So I'm driving for like the next 8 hours.
Perfect.
And my reception's not always so good. But so because I knew I was only going to be able to be on the car phone, I was already open to a lot of imperfection in my attendance. But I'm actually super excited because it's a beautiful fall day, like Denise said, and it's just so I've just had this beautiful sunny day of driving ahead of me, and I'm really happy to talk about or listen to imperfection, thoughts about imperfection.
Yeah. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you that you anyway are with us and sharing your thoughts and be able to be with us. The first session was amazing, so we are looking forward to another sessions. Dominic is saying, hi, we are in some kind of focus mode. Only the host can see all the cameras. Aha, okay, that's a good information. I can change exactly. I can change it very fast. So I hopefully you can see each other on the screen, all of you. Thank you for reminding. Lily says, I think it's everyone's choice. My camera isn't working well through, so mine is off. No worries, no worries if you don't have camera on. It's just for me today. I have a different imperfections around me, so I need to be. I also will try to focus on chat, on participants, on you, on the cameras, and try to do it as good as possible. So let's dive into the today's topic. And before we do that, I would like to guide you into the meditation. The meditation is called the Rhythms of Life, and I invite you, but not those who drive. If somebody is driving, don't meditate. But if you are sitting next to the driver, ask driver first for the permission if you can meditate. But anyway, sit comfortably and feel the chair and close your eyes and be aware of your breathing. You don't have to change anything. Just observe the fresh air, how the fresh air is coming in, and used air is leaving your body. Just observe. Now focus on voices, noises, sounds, and rhythms around you. Just focus and observe. Observe if you feel an impulse that you want to do something. Are the voices, sounds, rhythms annoying? Can you tolerate them? Just observe. Are you pretending that they don't exist? Just quietly notice your feelings, your thoughts, and sensations when you are focusing on those voices, noises, sounds, and rhythms. And breathe. Now focus on voices, noises, sounds, and rhythms inside you, inside of you. Do you perceive them differently? Just focus on voices, noises, sounds, and rhythms inside of you. And just observe. Just be there. Be here. Do you perceive them differently? Are the impulses you notice the same or not? Are they pleasant or they are annoying for you? If you feel you need to do something, you just make a step back and return to noticing only. Now slowly open your eyes and return your focus back to the room where you are and to this event. Maybe you want to stretch your body. Take some time to look at all faces on your screen or names when coming back. See if you observe anything different. Great to see you back. So the purpose of this meditation was just observe and make a relations to yourself and to actually connect a little bit between each other. And also the purpose of this exercise is to open the space and allow you to be fully present and seen. Yeah. Okay. Now we have some time dedicated for you to present, to actually to talk about perfection. And I open now, before that, a microphone again, and just invite you to share how was this meditation for you. How do you feel now?
Hi, everybody. I'm just going to say the meditation was really nice. I was really tired before I got to this meeting. And then it just acknowledging, oh, it's okay. Just really tired in the body. And how not trying to fight it was very pleasant. And just, so now I feel really soft, sort of. And I just want to put out there that I'm a recovering perfectionist. So it's really, yeah. I'm interested in what everybody else has to say. So yeah.
Thanks, Lily. Yeah, somebody else feels tired and more relaxed and more focused, maybe more present.
Well, I'll share. This was really a great meditation. It's just so simple, but it was just so intimate. So, I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but it was very calming. Actually, I got tears. I don't know what that was all about, but when I went inside, listening to inside, it was different listening to outside versus inside, because outside I could actually hear maybe a car or this and that, but you used the word rhythm, so I focused on rhythm, some kind of a rhythm, but very, you know, it's interesting. Somebody says they were tired and now they feel energized, but I became really calm, like very relaxed, very beautiful.
Thank you, Denise. Somebody else feels differently after the meditation. What do you feel? Maybe the same sensations. Yeah.
Oh, I feel so relaxed that it is hard for me to talk at all. I would just like to keep quiet, and the transition or the jump from the outside to the inside has made me become aware of how usually I'm quite annoyed with the outside noise, and when I return to myself, so look inwards, I feel much better. But this time it was the opposite. First, I couldn't care less about the outside, and then the inside was like a whirlpool, and suddenly everything stopped, and I sank into a calm state in which I am now as well. So I felt it was really good. I even started yawning, but it doesn't mean that I'm bored. Oh, so I feel good.
Great. Thank you for your sharing, Branislava.
Thank you.
Thanks. great sensations, and how we should ask ourselves how often we actually listen to our voices inside, and what is actually inside of us. Are we able to be with it, with these parts of ourselves? Okay, somebody else would like to share?
Yeah, I can relate with laziness, like so relaxed. I feel so relaxed that it almost feels like laziness, like lazy to talk. And I'm still hearing it. I was like, oh, is it only in my headphones? Is it the wind? What is it? And then I was like, is it outside or is it inside? What is it? And then I realized, no, it's so quiet that I actually hear the river outside. So, and it just felt of a more vast space, maybe. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Brina. Great. Okay, that went well. Thank you, everybody, for helping me with this very great exercise. And now, before I will just dive into our topic today. And I would first like to share my story about the perfection. I remember sitting in the kitchen as a kid when my father was checking my grades every 3 months, probably at the school from my workbooks. And he was complaining a little bit, why didn't you get the highest mark? What happened here? What happened there? So, because, you know, teachers always make a mark and do something with a pen and show some mistakes. And he was complaining all the time. Even the mark was almost the highest one. He was complaining what happened here. And later on, I realized his concern actually, and that these concerns and questions were more connected to what other people will think about me or him, or more about him. Maybe he was worried not being a good father rather than how I was dealing with my problems. So I still sometimes hear from him when we arrive in his home village where he was born. Watch out, what are you doing? Be careful, what our other people will say and stuff like that. So a lot of these voices, and in this case is the case with me as well sometimes. So it seems everything has to be perfect according to some standards. And here actually my question to Tadeja was that it seems we were all trained to be perfect to some extent. And how is that? And since I have her text written and prepared, and maybe we will do another topic about perfection that you can hear also her voice, because those you who are familiar with her podcasts, she always finds interesting thinking and interesting examples that she adds to the text. And this is how he sees how she sees the perfection. We were all trained to be perfect to some extent, And I will read it. I will read what she prepared today for you. Luckily, she wrote things, so I'm able to read it. We were all trained to be perfect to some extent. How is that? Most of these trainings was not intentional. It was more atmospheric influence from the environment or our family and the society. And our parents, like in my case, my father, most of the time unconsciously, constantly set the limits of our existence and the norms of understanding the world and ourselves. With these beliefs, they actually co-shape our view to the world as a children. In the completely natural child's need for connection with parents, because of our natural desire to be a human, to receive all the life, real life, true reality, God, somebody names it God, however you name it, we unconsciously adopt to the conditions that apply in our family and society, in our culture, and also our religion. And this is what I call atmospheric, or what she calls, actually, Tadeja calls atmospheric adjustment. We tend to constantly improve ourselves to reach that glorious or magic or supernatural state of total transcendence, preferably without our ego. And the problem with our ego is that ego wants ease. Our true self wants ease. And there is a big difference between how ego attains ease and how we reach the state of true ease by connecting to our true selves. And here my question is, sometimes I hear this quote for Alibaba owner Jack May saying, if you succeed, every mistake becomes legendary. And my question is how mistakes and perfection are related. And Tadeja wrote down that the ego wants to fit perfectly into the environment where we live and exist, because it believes that this will bring us into the life with no fear or death. And she says that she means in the wildest understanding that includes every ending, loss, down movement, a life without pain, suffering, failure, flaws. And how wrong is that? So she says, where our ego wants a life without fear or death, our true self understands that real freedom and true life start when we accept that fear of death, that fear of death exists and that we feel it. That means, she says, she knows that we can not always be composed and clear. It means that I know and I will make mistakes, and I will fall, and I will do wrong things. But my real self doesn't require me to be perfect without mistakes and without flaws. It just wants my humanity. And of course, we all have desires to be adored and liked and loved and cherished and successful at the end and good and worthy. Being completely human means that we hold these desires close to us, knowing that they will not always be fulfilled. If we don't do that, they will go on and quest to win the main prize, the pole position, they will become self-purposed agendas, and we are losing connection to our real selves. And the idea that only perfection will bring us our desired states of consciousness and relationships takes a heavy toll on us. It implies that we have to give up parts of ourselves. And every time one such part that we suppressed or pushed into the background tries to come forward, we find ourselves in trouble. Many times this leads to becoming judgmental towards the self and the others. It leads to separation. It leads to distancing from the true self and distancing from ourselves. At some point, we don't know any longer what the self is. We are lost. We may not feel the lostness directly, but we instinctively know that something is not right. That is the moment when we start searching for an answer, for the truth. If you want to find the whole truth, if you really want to make the step towards wholeness, it's necessary to come closer. Come closer to your imperfect parts. Come closer to those feelings, gifts, talents, impulses, desires, actually, that you forgot or you suppressed, and maybe you are still suppressing them in your attempts to perfectly fit into your family or society. By coming closer, you open the space where all these parts have a chance to exist in light, and we have a chance to meet these parts. Get to know them, to start relating with the self differently. And this is what actually Tadeja wrote, and she would actually discuss in a talk today. And hopefully I could get a little bit of her spirit and her thinking to your homes about how she sees imperfection and perfection as well. Okay, whew, that was tough for me a little bit because I was not so prepared on this scenario. If she misses out this time, and hopefully she's feeling better, and she will be with us soon. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I somehow managed to. I'm very excited now because I see I could do it even without Tadeja. But I'm really optimistic that she will come with the topic to the next episode even more excited. And hopefully we will be able to see her in the next episode. Before I do that, before I conclude, I would like to announce some things that some events that are that we with today are involved. I have one time hacking workshop at alumni of economics faculty in Slovenia on the 16th. That's a workshop about time management and focus. And on the 22nd of November, I started the new men group in Ljubljana. 2 spots left for those of you who are in Slovenia and you know some men that will love to like to learn listening and being more present, just invite them. And I will do one webinar on how to build a personal presence and influence in business on 28th of November. All of you who know me, I'm doing these workshops, time hacking, and I will actually release and tell all the details how I managed to launch and how I managed successfully to repeat 60 workshops in 6 years. And then Tadeja, she has a podcast, regular podcast with Brina. Brina is also here. Maybe you, Brina, can announce it. You can say a word about your podcasts, what you are actually talking at the moment.
Yeah, the next thematic is non-duality and alternative states of consciousness, and how does that relate experiences. It will be really interesting. So I'm looking forward for that on the 22nd of November at 8. We have 1 hour later.
Central European time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brina. And Brina and Tadeja will also open a women's circle, 10 monthly meetings starting in January 2023, and it will be international, Brina, or Slovenia?
No, for now it's Slovenia,
just Slovenia for now.
because it is, we didn't talk about the Zoom, but it was more meant for physical presence, but I will discuss this with
if there is if there is any interest, you can really fast go online as well. Okay, yeah, and she's opening the new class of ethics, her program in February, and
Yes.
very, very important news that non-dual Kabbalistic healing training and the program starts in March 2023. For all of you who would like to be better coaches, better in life, and maybe one day also healers. Okay, since our time is done, today we touched a little something about the need for perfection, and hopefully I led you a little bit in the experience of how it feels if we place these parts of ourselves wide open when we come closer in our room. This was another small step that can potentially make a big difference in your life. The next time we will meet in December, and we will make another step, and I'm sure Tadeja will prepare for us another exercises, upgrades, that we will have even better experience coming closer to us. So thank you very much for this session, for being present, and hopefully we see each other in the next session as well, that you will be able to come closer to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thanks. You were great.
Thank you all for coming. We hope we shed some light on the topic and triggered your understanding of perfection and imperfection in a new way. We can meet only if we come closer. We look forward to seeing you again on 6th of December with a new theme, new challenge, and new experience.